And for more on this college football season and an exciting next few days in the sports world, we wanted to bring in an expert. So we're joined now by SportsCenter anchor Elle Duncan. Elle, thanks so much for being here. Been a fan of your work for a very long time. We mentioned that, of course, we mentioned that marquee game tomorrow on ESPN, Iowa State, Kansas State playing in Ireland. Aside from just football being back, what are you most excited for with that game?
Yeah, well, so you mentioned that it's always such a fantastic event when we do this sort of week 0 opening game in Ireland. But I think what's so exciting about this particular matchup this year is that a lot of times in week 0, which is what we dub this first week of college football, it feels a little bit like an exhibition game. This game 100% matters. It's not only a ranked matchup with Kansas State and Iowa State, it's a ranked Big 12 matchup. Both of these teams have aspirations to not only win the conference championship, but also go to CFP.
We have seen how much the NIL has kind of upended all of college athletics, but there's this new rule in play where the schools can now pay these athletes directly. How do we think that's going to impact the game?
I think that we knew a few years back that when they took off all the restraints when it came to NIL and when it came to, these athletes being able to profit off of themselves, when they really changed the transfer portal rules, we knew that we would see some chaos. What I would say is that in general, we're going to still see these sort of marquee franchises and programs who are always going to pull the best talent. We're still going to see, I think, continued separation.
Elle, there's an argument to be made that we're entering the best season of the year in terms of sports. So I'd love to just pick your brain a little bit on some other ones. We have the U.S. Open going on in tennis right now. Any players or storylines you're most excited for there?
Oh my God. Okay, so many storylines. I feel like, Trevor, the official end to summer is not just the start of college football, but the U.S. Open at Flushing Meadows, Honey Deuces, the biggest names. And on the men's side, Jannik Sinner is coming in, trying to defend his title. He is the presumptive favorite. He did have to withdraw from his last tournament because he was sick. But also we've got Carlos Alcaraz, Novak Djokovic looking to extend his record, 25th major. And then there's Big Foe, Francis Tiafoe, the local New York kid, always finds a way to play his absolute best tennis at the U.S. Open. But we got a little spicy news, Trev, on the women's side, because Coco Gauff is trying to win her second U.S. Open in the last 3 years. You may know she fired her coach just last week, and it just came across that she has hired Aryna Sabalenka's former serve coach to be her coach. Now, a little reminder for the viewers, they've got a little bit of that beef that happened after Coco beat her at the French Open. They squashed things at Wimbledon, but this is a little bit spicy to not only make a coaching move, but to go for one of your biggest rivals and a coach that helped them through their career. To pull that on ahead of the U.S. Open, I think is incredibly spicy, maybe a little petty, but I can't wait to see the results.
Elle Duncan, really appreciate your time. Jamar Chase, #1 overall?
100%, always.
Okay, good to know. Elle Duncan, thank you.
Take 'em.